Hey everybody, welcome back to Lightning Returns, and we still have one more thing to tackle in Luxarian before we're done.
Hey, little missy.
Well, one more main quest thing anyway.
Already had enough for both of us.
Like, we've barely even scratched the side quests.
You wanna know why? Ask my dearly departed fiance. She left me standing there like a fool at the altar.
Good work.
Do you really blame her?
Like I said, this seems like a promising start to this quest.
Yeah.
All wrong, honey. I saw
Lightning's
the
unsympathetic act wins again.
thing has gone downhill since then. You probably won't believe me when I tell you, but I used to command a whole legion of the Order's finest men.
This area is probably filled with washouts.
Nothing could bring me down.
Then why did your fiance leave you? You must have some idea.
Not even the foggiest. Me and Filiana, we were so in love. Or so I thought. Then she disappeared and never came back.
She disappeared.
I
out of
don't
the
even
blue.
know where to begin with
I'm
this.
sure something didn't happen to her. You did look.
I don't know, it looks pretty open and shut to me.
Of course I did.
Guy got left at the altar and now he's a drunkard.
I searched for
And
decades,
possibly in
but I never
very,
got
very
away
deep
from
denial.
Filiana.
I'm also very distracted by that
No one had ever
jittering shadow in the background.
My Filiana was a looker. No one could have forgotten seeing her.
No one ever said that this game was
Evil could be.
put together well
I crashed
with
down
with regards to visual effects.
There's no
A technical masterpiece it ain't.
No God or Savior to deliver us.
And if there's no salvation, then there's no hope.
Okay, Lightning, seriously?
I'm wrong. Show me where there's any hope in this place. What? You're gonna find my Filiana for me and prove me wrong?
I think we just got played.
Well, I guess we might as well go figure out what the fuck happened to this guy's girl.
If there's still hope in this world, it has to be found. You have to look for it.
Is this where somebody makes the trite joke about Hope's name again?
That's good enough for me.
I said I was willing to try, and I meant it. Where was the last place you saw what was certainly your better half?
Ooh.
You're actually going to go find her? Filiana and I both lived in Yusnan back in those days. She was a fantastic cook. Her skills got her a job at a
Oh,
swanky
great, so
restaurant
it's a
for
world-spanning wild goose chase.
Did you check out the restaurants and use
Oh, you know it.
It's possible she's working in
Ah,
Oh, you
one
know
of
how
these side
fast I
quests.
was back then. I checked every lead I could get my hands on, but I found nothing.
I'll go back and check them again.
What?
Lightning sounds as enthusiastic about this as I am.
Stranger?
Jesus, alright, I guess I'll go back and deal with all these fucking restaurants again.
Seeing it just reminds me of her, but I don't have the courage to throw it away.
Some of the conversations in this game, it's like, it's not in mind how many of them there are, it's just that some of them seem to go on for like twice as long as they have any business going on for.
Oh, me. Now what am I gonna do?
Also,
You seem a bit troubled.
Yes, it's true. I am, but I don't
So,
know that it's something
our
I
next
feel
stop
comfortable
is
discussing
in the
with strangers.
cathedral, but we can't go there because, well, it's, you know, kind of locked up at night.
You are
but
very frank on Archie, miss. It's
We
not
can
that
maybe,
it's violence or
you know,
anything.
get a little favor with the
Quite
guards,
opposite.
see if they'll let us slip
I feel
in.
like I've got to tell someone. Let me start from the beginning.
why is
I am Vanille, one of the blessed members of the order.
several
tasked with
things
looking
bug
after
me about this
Vanille.
lady.
Did you say Vanille?
First is that,
Our Lady
okay,
Vanille.
first is that she's
The
talking
very
about
holy
Vanille.
saint who has been gifted with the
Second is that she
mysterious
seems
ability to hear the cries
very
of God
similar
and
to
carried on the
Luca,
waves of
the
chaos.
girl who cries, or rather doesn't cry.
Yes. Well, the fact is that the Holy One is particularly attached to.
And the
one
third one is
particular
that she's wearing a shawl
she
that looks
always
like the
carries.
chaos
I'm
pattern.
guessing it's no regular piece of rock.
You're quite right. It seems like something very.
So what you're
special.
suggesting
It
is that her
reflects
shoulders
the
could erupt
Holy
into an Anubis at any
Years
time.
ago, that very stone
Either that
stole
or it's a
by
transparency
Vanille's
filter in
disappearance.
Photoshop. I
Ever
mean,
since
you
its
know,
disappearance, the poor saint has hardly said a word. She's completely withdrawn.
the only reason I think it's not an error is that if it was a texture error, it might be bright pink.
The Holy Saint? She cannot leave the cathedral.
Oh, well.
It is completely out of the question.
I see. So you keep your precious saint locked up like some sort of criminal or animal.
You say too much.
Oh, are we getting into sick burns on organized religion again?
Kept within the cathedral is for her own safety and protection.
Yeah, Lightning's really, really pushing that whole, salvation thing here.
Yes, that's it.
She shit talks religion rather a lot for somebody who's literally directly employed by God.
Order members could have gotten to her.
You're suggesting that a member of the Order stole the saint's precious belonging? You could not be more wrong. It's impossible.
Well, if you don't let anybody in to see her, there's not a whole lot of other choices here now, is it?
You are an excellent security official, lady.
Staff always go through a thorough inspection. They couldn't sneak out a pebble if they
Something, something, the Sherlock Holmes mantra.
Every rule. Where do I find him?
I wish I could tell you, but I don't know.
Again, this conversation has gone on for like a minute and a half. It barely had a good reason to go on for 30 seconds. I don't begrudge the conversation being here for the sake of getting the side quest across, but
I don't know how far I'll get.
yeah,
I can give it a shot.
scale,
You are far too kind. Just knowing that there are such
proportionality,
generous
outstaying a welcome.
sainted ease.
There are things about this game that I do not like, and this is one.
So hey, time to go hunt down a precious stone that Vanille is missing.
The days when he ruled the streets and urged people
And it's a good thing we have such a good lead on where it is.
Thanks, informative man.
I was gonna say that seems like the obvious of what he
Story with the box.
Well, it was given to us by a customer, but they must
so
have forgotten to
again with the square texture.
Why don't you just give it back?
Has this
to
been
that
everywhere this entire time and I'm just now seeing
It's
it?
sticky, you see. One of our new lads handled the
I don't know what to tell you on that one. I can't say I ever really noticed it myself.
If we could hold it for a while.
From the cathedral, huh?
I swear to God, if it's one of those things that's everywhere.
Leg is tied to the saint somehow, aren't they?
How'd you know that? That's amazing. The new lad was delivering packages to the Saints' quarters.
My God, everyone in this game is an idiot sometimes.
About their name or anything. We've really stuck our foot in it now. The Order is one of our biggest customers.
Hey, are you alright? Your hair is clipping through your forehead.
I may be able to help you out. I'm looking for something that was taken from the cathedral. I'd like to check that box. If it's there, I'll return it myself. I'll take full responsibility for it.
I'd love to let you take a look, but I haven't been able to get it open. I'm thinking it's gonna have to be smashed open at this rate.
I can handle that.
Wait, what? Hold on. Seriously? You're kidding, right?
No, not really.
Again, seriously, like Exhibit C. Far too long. Or to be like, yeah, I guess we should smash these boxes. Did it literally only spawn that after you broke all the boxes?
Like there's a lot more to this than
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, though.
So it wasn't stolen by an outsider, but taken from within the Order. That's worrisome. Could there
Wasn't-
be someone within the Order with a
Lightning, wasn't this your idea in the first place?
Talk to that woman from the Order again, Aramaya. She might be able to answer some questions.
I don't know why she's so surprised by this.
That thing that I proposed turned out to be true. I wonder what Aramaya will have to say about this.
This rainbow sparkle, this sheen. Yes, this is it exactly. The saint will be thrilled to have it back, I'm sure.
I don't know how close you are with Vanille, but do you know why she cares so much about that particular stone?
Come on, it's Vanille.
The saint
Like,
confided
is her
that
getting
she
distracted by
would
shiny
appear
things
forever.
really
She
that...
told me that this stone,
that
this
unbelievable
very
to you?
stone, was held clutched in her hand when she awoke from her crystal stasis 13 years ago. She claims this stone holds a special power. Every once in a very rare while, it shows a glimpse of the precious family who is lost to her now. I can tell she cares for them with all her heart.
Family. She must have meant Fang.
Oh my. You know of Lady Fang? Yes, it seems
So,
it was possible for the saint to
spoilers.
sometimes get a glimpse
Fang
of
is
Lady
in this
Fang
game,
the
too.
facets of that stone.
I
Yeah.
can see why the stone meant so much
I mean,
to me.
try
Tell
to
Vanille I'm glad
withhold
she
your
has it back
shock.
safe and sound.
Honestly, I'm much less sad about Fang being in the game than I am about Vanille being in the game.
Huh?
The Holy Saint herself has expressed an interest in seeing you. And so I was asked to give you this. Here.
A key.
This is a copy of the key that unlocks the
If we're being personally invited to see the Great Saint, then why are we being brought in through the service entrance?
The gates are locked. But if you use that key that you have there,
Then
Well, I mean, you can't go in on official business. I mean,
just thinking that I might get to see the saint smile.
lightning is
fills
not-
my heart with nothing but joy
Eh.
and happiness.
whatever.
By the way, square texture on the walls.
Maybe it's just an order thing.
And, you know, on the mini-map. But, you know, we can give it that one because it is the chaos thing. Also, I might just be misremembering it, but I'm pretty sure the lady who was walking around during that cutscene, interrupting all the camera angles, was wearing it as well.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably just a thing for the order.
Yeah. Was that guy... I mean, yeah, I could believe it being an order thing.
So yeah, welcome to the Cathedral.
It's definitely a entirely artistic set piece. Lord knows there's no gameplay merit to this giant fucking bridge.
Yeah, so take a good long look at it because we're not going to see it again until literally the end of the game.
Because there's literally no point to it.
Also, Vanille's chambers are literally just the altar. That's it.
Yeah. And she's just, like, wandering around. Get this over with.
Lightning?
Jesus Christ, literally the first fucking sound out of her
All is
mouth.
well. And you haven't changed. You're just as I remember.
Me and everyone else. But you don't mean it like that, do you?
Vanille.
Oh hey, it's that really pretty, Assault on Eden scene.
I remember this cutscene.
This was a good cutscene.
And it's really jarring on account of how much better all of this looks than absolutely everything else surrounding it.
She sacrificed herself.
Hey, remember when the ending to Final Fantasy XIII meant something?
Rising from the plains of Pulse, holding a world full of people safe in the sky.
But then 13 years ago, she came back.
Hi, Lumina.
You again?
I don't know if this makes this scene better or worse, to be honest.
We know each other.
I'm a big fan of this musical transition that happens here, by the way.
Thick as thieves.
Like, I don't know if it's just a single track or a part of, or if it's a part of, or if it's a very well-timed fade or what, but
But she left.
there's a musical tone transition just as Lumina appears.
Question of the order. You must have a reason.
Uh-huh. There's something I have to do.
And yeah, you're right, there's
It has to be me.
it's definitely an order thing to be wearing the squares.
So Vanille has something special that only she can do. I wonder what it is.
Well, keep wondering. Also, what?
So yeah, they've just got an apocalypse room hanging out behind the back of the church. No big deal.
The Cathedral at least would still be clear.
Fucking JRPG religions. Every goddamn time.
Yes, I know. It hurts terribly. I understand. But it won't be long now. You'll be free soon.
Vanille, who are you talking to? What is this stuff?
Vanille has finally gone off the deep end.
The lament of the dead. Can't you hear their voices? Lost souls crying out in pain and suffering.
You mean this wind is the dead?
Yeah, they've been drawn here, one after another. all the people who died after the chaos poured through the gate. They've been swallowed by the chaos, and now they're trapped inside. I can feel it. All their sadness, all their grief.
Oh, this is a little bit unsettling.
Yeah, so basically this is the soul of everybody who has died in the last 500 years, just kind of whipping around in the chaos here.
Fucking JRPG religions.
And again, they just kind of keep this in the back of the church, you know, no big deal.
There must be so many millions
Like,
of souls.
are they like...
And
Are
you
they
feel
keeping it here, or is it just localized here and they built the church around it, or what?
The world is being destroyed. There's no place for them to come
What
back
is the
to,
mechanics of
and
this?
there's no way for them to be reborn
I
again.
demand world building.
So they're caught in the chaos with their pain. They just can't escape it.
The Order believes that the souls have to be saved from their sorrow. They say the only way to do that is to offer them oblivion. Vanille's job is to call them to her so that can happen.
all of those souls at the same time? But Vanille, will you be able to handle all that?
I don't have any choice.
Oh, so not only are they keeping all the souls back here in the Apocalypse Room, it's also a blatant suicide mission for Vanille.
I'm okay with that, to be honest. I am at a severe deficit of sympathy for her.
Building for years. Layers of souls.
I mean, that's more a statement of the church than on Vanille, but you know.
If it ever got out, all at once.
Yes, what if it ever got out? What is keeping it here? Well, that was weird.
Maybe the end of this world.
Let's just forget about it. It's probably not important.
Finally, I have you back.
Well, that was cool. Now let's never speak of this again.
Or something?
I'm okay with that.
But don't worry about it. I'm fine.
I'm glad to hear that. Oh, and Vanille was looking well. Don't you think so?
Hope, is it me or do you sound happy? Does someone have a little crush?
What are you talking about, Light? Of course not.
Man, remember when Hope was like 24 and like that was almost something that was, you know, appropriate?
Remember when Hope was briefly kinda cool? Almost, a little bit? I've already forgotten.
Oh my. Well, so here we are at the fancy restaurant looking for this guy's wife.
Hello, welcome.
Business is good.
It is, thank you. Word of our shop's special flavor has quickly spread through word of mouth. This city is
Hang on,
known
what?
for its gourmet restaurants, but none can hold a candle to the chefs we have assembled in our kitchens.
Or it could be that you are literally endorsed by the patron himself. That probably also has something to do with it.
Is there something I can help you with?
Seriously. Are we gonna have another
I'm looking for
barrage
someone
of
by the name of Filiana.
cooking
According to the
conversations?
She was a fantastic cook.
Thankfully,
Does this
no.
look familiar to you at all?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yes.
Also, I've just
yes,
noticed
of
that
course.
guy has a
I recognize
tail.
that. The woman was
Hey,
a
what?
wonderful cook indeed. Though the strange
The
thing is,
banquet maitre
I never
d'.
knew her by the name of Filiana.
He has a tail?
She may have assumed another name. Was the woman you knew beautiful enough to turn the head of every man in the room?
I swear I was not imagining that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he does.
She was
Okay.
nothing but a very handsome
Thanks,
woman,
game.
but
That's
somewhat
great.
advanced in age. I suppose she
I
must have
thought
been
I'd
beautiful
finally
enough
gone
to have
insane.
appearance, but she was
But
undeniably
nope.
an old woman. Of course, we are all old now. that we
I don't even know if it's an accessory that you can get off him, because if you'd think if this guy was going to give you an accessory, it'd be those shades.
I suppose that can't be Lackley's lost fiancée, but
I'm afraid I don't know. The lady in question.
This
said
fucking
that
game, man.
left our restaurant. I believe she moved to Luxarian to live with the support of an old friend there.
do
Oh,
you know
good.
how to reach her? Or that friend of hers?
Unfortunately, I don't know that woman's name or anything else about her. I saw her only
So we
once.
have an
She
old
was a
woman
young
who
woman,
was
and
wearing
if I
this
recall
ring,
correctly, wearing a rather
who
unusual
may have been very beautiful
Perhaps she
once,
was
but,
her daughter.
you know, is old now.
Thanks for your time. You've been a great help.
And of course,
Lackey's ring
she's
shows up
back
in
where we
figures of
started.
beautiful but old woman somehow.
Lightning, are you narrating this to yourself, or what?
But he deserves the truth. He needs to know.
What was the purpose of that narration, game?
Are you saying that you don't appreciate getting a direct line into Lightning's train of thought?
It's more that I question why they're having her narrate to herself, literally in the same cutscene as the things that she is narrating happened.
You really should know your limit. Lackley, hey, wake up.
Excuse me, but who are you? And how is it you know Lackley?
Oh boy, this is just what the side quest needs. Another character.
Fiance. I've come to tell him about this lead I found.
About Filiana? But where did...
At a restaurant in Yusnan. Apparently, there was an old woman working there who wore the same ring that Lackley gave to his fiancé. And when her health failed, that woman went to stay with a friend who lived in...
What is it? Is there something wrong with my hat?
Well,
according to the man,
there are a lot of things wrong with that hat, but I don't think that that's what this cutscene is talking about.
You seem familiar enough with Lackley. You also knew Filiana's name. Was it you?
Let me explain. Lackley and Filiana and I are friends from long ago. I'm Sela, and yes, I'm the one who escorted that old woman from the shop in Yusnan.
Care to tell me why?
Sure, but can we go elsewhere? I don't want Lackley to hear this.
oh, this better be good.
With no name. You know of it, don't you?
This seems excessive.
On the outskirts of town.
I mean, really, I think we're probably safe here. I mean, Lackley is fucking blacked out.
Yeah, can't we just go to a quiet corner or something? Or like somebody's front room or what? No, everything has to be the fucking abandoned graveyard at midnight. Come alone. Seriously, proportionality is all I'm asking. Oh good, you finally lost it.
Yeah, I thought I did too.
Oh,
Like, Jesus Christ, come on.
that is a determined Neonecton.
Thanks for coming. Before I tell you anything, can you promise you won't pass this information on to Lackley?
That depends on what you have to say.
Always a promising start to a conversation.
Fair enough. I hardly know where to begin, though.
How about I start then? The old woman working at that restaurant in Yusnan had the same ring as Lackley's, the same as his fiance's. Why?
For the most obvious reason, of course. That old woman was none other than Filiana, the person Lackley's been trying so hard to find. After she left him, she began working under a fake
Now, wait a minute here.
That's surprising.
No, we have very, very clearly established as part of this setting that nobody ages.
We don't know how. or
Nobody.
why, but something happened to her. In this world where everyone stopped aging, she was the one and only person
And so for the sake of
over the
one
past years. It began right around
needless
the time
bit of
she and
drama,
Lackley first
we have
became
introduced one
But
person,
why?
just
Why
one
would it be
person
possible for
who
one person
breaks
alone
all
to
the
escape
rules.
stasis in this world? And are you saying that's why she left Lackley and disappeared from his life?
Like,
She said
I'm
the
not
first thing she wanted
opposed
do
to
was become a
stuff
burden
like
for
this
him.
and, you know, odd little plot twists and interesting
She always wanted to know
things.
how he was doing. She loved nothing
In
more than
general,
hearing stories about him, no matter how banal they were.
But
Back when she could
if
still
you're gonna
walk,
pull shit
she
like
told me that
this,
she would sometimes pass by him in the
you
streets.
kind of
She never
actually
said
are
anything to
kind
me.
of a little bit
He never
obliged
suggested
to
that the old woman
account
he
for
saw was his
it.
beloved fiancé.
That's why he never found
You
her
also
all
need
this
to
time, no
explain
matter how
why
hard
the
he
fuck
searched.
they're not subject to the same rules as everybody else.
More and more, and her body began at last to fail. She's
Like,
free
it's
from that
very
pain now,
dramatic and everything.
Finally.
I see.
Oh hey, I mean there
glad
actually
she was
was
able
an
to find
actual
peace.
reason why we're in here in this stupid fucking graveyard.
No!
No. Lackley.
I wouldn't have cared
Of
all
course,
about Filiana
none of that actually mattered anyway.
Fiber of my being, my
Well, I'm glad we came all the way here for no reason.
end of the world.
Well, this is escalating.
Why did you have to? No!
Lackley. Lackley.
Seela, I don't
So
know.
yeah, this quest is a bit of a clusterfuck, really.
Remember what you told me before when we met?
It's full of inane dialogue, involves a wild goose chase to a way to a place and then back to the same place. It involves a stupid plot detail.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying I need to find my own.
And what is the hell was the point of any of it?
Around for any god or savior. And even if my hopes get
We
dashed,
got a
or they never
drunkard's
come true,
soul
at least in my heart I'll know she's
for the new
watching over me
world?
somewhere. I'm not
Question
being a
mark?
fool who runs to the bottle every time something goes wrong. That's not me. I want to show
Well,
Liliana wherever she is. that I'm
Yeah,
still
to his
the
credit,
best
he
of
does
her.
seem to be developing
Yeah,
some
you
self-awareness on that count.
That's what you would want. Could you give me that ring?
I mean, I guess it's somewhat feasible to permanently give up alcohol if the world is going to end in 13 days.
To be looking for yours.
Well, by now it's 10 days. I mean, I guess officially it's like 4 days right now, but, you know, whatever. Who's counting? Okay, 5 days. Fine.
Well, that's quite enough of that. Let's just call this a day.
No argument here.